Hi everyone, welcome to another video. Today we will focus on wrist pain preventing stretches. To achieve a strong and stable handstand, it's essential to understand that good wrist mobility involves more than just your wrists. It's about the coordinated function of your elbow and shoulder joints. In this video, I'm sharing a comprehensive wrist warm-up sequence that is designed not only to prepare your wrists, but also to engage your elbows and shoulders. It's 15-minute follow-along routine, which is super quick and effective to ensure everything is aligned, strong and flexible for your practice. Let's get started and make sure you are fully prepared. Start by spreading your fingers wide, then closing them into a tight fist. Repeat this action 5 to 10 times to increase blood flow and flexibility in your fingers. Interlock your palms like so. Then extend your arms, palms facing away from you. Lock your elbows. Turn your palms towards your body. Hold each time. Feel the elbow lock in a full range of motion. Put your fingers interlaced on the mat. Move side to side. Make a fist and wrap that wrist with the opposite hand. Draw the H shape to rotate your wrist. Aim to make the movement smooth. I prefer twisting with a tight fist, but a loose fist works too. Feel free to open and close your fingers if you like. Now switch the direction. Keep the movement equally smooth. We do the same for the other wrist. Now switch the direction. Interlock your palms again. Rotate your wrist. Draw the H shape. Aim for the full range of motion in your wrists. Now rotate in the opposite direction. Go to the kneeling position. Make fists and put them on the mat at your shoulder distance apart. Roll your fists back and forth. Activating your fingers and knuckles is an essential step in preparing your wrists and hands for the handstand training. Now alternate fists and spider fingers. Push firmly into the mat each time. Good job! We are finally warmed up and ready for the wrist extension stretches now. With your palm facing down and fingers pointing towards you, Make sure your elbow pits are facing straight forward and fully extended. Stretch your arms out in front of your body. Now rotate both elbows by locking and releasing them. This will activate your elbow joints for a stable lockout range of motion. Keep going. Now round your upper back, squeeze your shoulders together and hold for a few seconds. Turn your palms so your fingers pointing sideways. Lock your elbows. Move your straight arms side to side or alternating diagonally, pushing your palms firmly into the mat. The wider the distance between your palms, the easier this motion will be. If your wrists are flexible and wide distance feels easy, then bring your palms closer together to increase your extension mobility. Place your hands flat on the mat with your fingers pointing towards your body again. Keep your hands close together, with your pinky fingers almost touching. Ensure your fingers are spread wide and press firmly into the mat. Shift your butt backward and round your upper back to position your head between your elbows and your chest. Tuck your chin towards your chest. Slightly bending your elbows makes it easier to thread your head between your elbows. Then, push your middle spine up towards the sky like an angry cat. In this position, make a rocking motion. Your scapula will spread apart nicely. Wrist and scapular mobility are closely related. When the scapula moves properly, it helps position the shoulder and elbow in optimal alignments, which in return facilitates better wrist position. That's why we stimulate and activate the scapula of wrist warm-up. Put the back of your hands on the mat, close to your knees, with your fingers pointing towards you. Position your arms as narrow as possible. Rotate your elbows as much as you can while keeping them locked. This motion helps train your body to achieve the maximum range of locking motion for handstands. Now gently start curling your fingers towards your wrist like so. You will feel a stretch in your wrist and forearm muscles. Then uncurl your fingers and repeat this motion 10 times. This wrist flexion stretch is powerful and an excellent way to release forearm muscle tension, whether before or after your training. Keep your movements controlled and smooth and breathe naturally as you perform this stretch. Step your right foot forward to a lunge. Make sure your hips are squared towards the front of your mat. And keep your right knee bent at a 90-degree angle to ensure a stable base. Twist your torso to the right. Engage your quads as you do so. Bring your left elbow down to the outside of your right knee. Now slide your elbows down so that your left armpits can press against the outside of your right knee. From here, extend your left arm and plant your palm firmly on the mat outside of your right foot as close as possible. Make sure your hand is flat and the wrist is in the line with your shoulder. Hold this position for a few breaths. Think of it as a twisting action that begins at your wrist and continues up to your shoulder. Rotate your right shoulder outward while turning your right elbow pit inward towards your body. This creates a twisting sensation that aligns and engages the muscles and joints from your wrist to your shoulder. Let's switch the side and do the same. Step your left foot forward to a lunge. Keep your hips squared and bend your left knee at a 90-degree angle. Twist your torso to the left. Bring your right elbow down to the outside of your left knee. Slide your elbow down. Extend your right arm and plant your hand on the mat outside your left foot. Your knee should push against your armpit while your armpit pushes back against your knee. Go to downward facing dog. Place your body form an inverted V shape. Your spine is in neutral position. Spread your fingers wide and press firmly into the mat. Squeeze your elbows and rotate your shoulders externally in full range of motion. Tuck your pelvis under and engage your abdominal muscles throughout the movement. Your feet are hip-width apart. Your elbows should be extended and fully engaged, and start to rotate your scapula in circular motion. Aim to create smooth, controlled circular movements. Move from the shoulder joints, not from your hips or elbows. The goal is to create smooth, controlled movements, feeling the range of motion and building strength and flexibility in your shoulders. Mastering scapula-controlled articular rotations can be challenging at the beginning, but keep trying over and over again. Your scapular mobility will significantly improve and your shoulder will feel stable during handstands. You will see great progress. Place both palms over each other and extend your arms like so. Drop your head between your elbows. Move side to side. Breathe consciously and deeply. Your neck is relaxing. Tuck up your pelvis. Elevate your shoulders towards the ears and push your chest down to open your shoulders deeper. This stretch improves your shoulder overhead mobility well. Begin with your palms facing up and your arms fully extended overhead, elevating your scapula like a handstand. Smoothly swing your arms forward until they are parallel to the ground. Then cross your hands in front of you, keeping your palms facing up throughout the movement. Imagine you are holding a small plate on each palm without actually gripping it. Now extend your elbows and sweep your arms behind your back, ensuring your palms continue to face up. Swing your arms overhead while letting your head drop forward. This action adds a dynamic component to your shoulders and upper back mobilization. Keep your arms as extended as possible throughout the movement and focus on maintaining smooth, controlled motion. This exercise actively engages your shoulders and elbow joints. With practice, this movement will become more fluid and intuitive. Reach your right arm towards the ceiling. Actively elevate your right scapula to increase the stretch across your shoulder. Bend your elbow so that your right hand drops behind your head. Use your left hand to press down on your right elbow gently. This action will help deepen the stretch. You should feel a nice stretch along your right triceps and into your shoulder. Gently lean to the left while your core is engaged. This adds a slightly intensity along the right side of your upper body. Let's switch the side and do the same. Lean to the side on exhalation. Hold this position for a few breaths. Let's wrap up our warm-up routine with the high plank rocking. Today I will demonstrate using blocks, but feel free to perform this without blocks if you prefer. Using blocks can change how you engage your fingers compared to the flat-handed version. Begin in a high plank position with your hands shoulder width apart. Make sure your hands are directly under your shoulders. Extend your legs straight back and press firmly onto your toes. Keep your body straight from your head to your heels. Ensure your hips are neither too high nor too low. Lock your elbows fully and ensure your shoulders are externally rotated. Now engage your core and lean forward slightly, pushing through your shoulders. Your shoulders should remain in a neutral position while your scapula glides smoothly across your ribcage, creating a solid and stable foundation on the mat or blocks. By maintaining this form, you are strengthening your shoulders, core, and wrists. Let's add now scapular push-ups. Well done! That's it for today. Remember, keeping your wrist and fingers strong and flexible is key to improving your handstand skills safely. Thanks for watching. Enjoy your practice.